Yep. Hello, hello. Hello. Mic check. Sorry. Okay now.
Can you right click on StreamYard? Oh, no, in the tab. Mute. That's it.
So this one.
Oh, no,
That's
but
fine.
you don't need to mute.
Right. Volume.
Sure,
All
fine.
okay.
Perfect. And are you want to share your screen?
Yes, yes. So here I'm going. Perfect. Hello everyone, welcome to our first episode of Talks Academy, in person as well as online. We are streaming this online on the YouTube platform of Tech Platform. If you are gonna go and stay at home in this cloudy weather, you can always watch us online or come in person. It's more interactive here. And people who are watching us online, if you have any questions, just put it on your chat on wherever platform you're working or watching it from, whether it's YouTube or LinkedIn, and we will answer them after the event. So thanks for coming in today. Especially thankful to Microsoft Reactor who helped us to bring in this kind of classroom training, and we are all in person. So thanks for this sponsorship for the food as well as today. The whole agenda of bringing in Microsoft Reactor plus the Microsoft Talks Academy is what we call them. It's a new brand event. We just started it today, and it's going to be happening twice a month. One will be virtual. It's every first Tuesday of every month, and this will be in person every third Tuesday of every month. And you'll be having different kind of speakers from different technologies. Today I'll be covering Viva because I'm kicking it off, and then probably next week we're planning to have PowerPlatform and then Azure and stuff. So the whole plan here is it's not going to be like a conference or session where speakers come in and they present their deck and leave. It's something more of in person, the experience of learning from the source to the end, like where and how the configuration is done, how to do it, more of a how to kind of approach, more of workshops. That's where the Talks Academy comes in picture, because we don't want to come in here, speak for 45 minutes, and in the end, you go back with a very little or minimal learning. So we want you to experience everything. Even if you have bring your laptops, the next time you can do the same with us. We have some Azure passes. We can share that with you if you want to do some Azure learning. But again, depends on the workshops and depend on the speaker how they want to do it. But this will be more of workshop training from hands on. All right, so today, as I said, I will be talking about Microsoft Viva. It's a whole suite, right? With VIVA Topics, Learning, Connections. It's a never-ending process, like I would say, with how the suite is growing and being a part of our daily curriculum. People know Viva, people know AI now. Everybody's talking about Chat GPT, and so I was just saying, how is Chat GPT being a part of it? They're gonna go all integrated. Like I think Microsoft is betting a lot on Chat GPT, and it's gonna be part of our daily curriculum. That's how Viva is working right now. So if somebody asks us what is Viva and what do you guys do, how do you configure it, today is the day. We're gonna see it everything in house, and I'm gonna show it to you how we are configuring them on a daily to daily basis and how you're actually using them and you're not aware of it. All right, so let's kick it off. So again, Viva was brought during the pandemic times as Project Cortex and Syntex as two platforms, and then they both became a different product. Now Syntex is more of SharePoint Syntex, AI processing model and stuff, and Project Cortex became Viva Topics. And then now we have Viva Topics, Viva Sales, Viva Connections, Insights, and number of products, right? So people were feeling less connected because we're all working from home and nobody wants to go back to the office until and unless it's required. And now it's all optional, like you have to go twice or thrice a day. How do you make that engagement in your phone or in your devices or in your current engagement program? Because right now what we do is we go to office, we have our meetings. If we don't have meetings, we work on the things we discuss on the meetings, but we never get a chance to do something other than what we are doing right now, right? That's where the learning platform or the insights where you get to know what's happening in your organization as you as a manager or as you as a leadership, they all come in the picture. All right. Again, this is something like a driving force, what's happening and not happening. Again, these are all status shared by the index here. Major 6 elements for every employee is what, other than the salary, of course, it's your well-being. Like you have ample amount of time you with your family and with yourself. You are connected to not only your peers but your connections to leadership and everyone. You're quite focused at your work, which is not happening right now. If your calendar is booked 8 hours a day, for me, which is like you don't get time to work. So what's happening in a routine is we have 9 to 5 job, we are in calls 9 to 5, and then after 5 is what you start working on. So you're working more instead of working exactly the number of hours we used to do in office. Purpose, again, purpose, growth, empowerment is what it helps you to make it more cheerable for the environment, make it more better for the people to work in, and that's how they come in here and they be a part of the whole organization structure. Whether it's a new guy who's joining the organization, do we even know, like somebody joins an organization, we just see the name, or somebody maybe sends a newsletter, okay, this guy joined in. But all leadership, nothing on the peer side, right? That's where this whole employee experience platform comes in, which has connections to all these things inside a VIVA suite. So VIVA suite is a part of it free of cost. That's why I always tell people or organizations or their architects, do presence or show these things what we show them. And you can take the deck. Even if you want my deck, I can share it with you. Show it to your own peers in your company or your security or your organization lead that this is what we require and it's mandatory. And it's free. If you say free, I think none of the organization will have any issues because it's all under the Microsoft ecosystem. It's all secured, same Active Directory instinct. So we don't have to worry about installing or deploying any new platform. It's just add-ons to our teams. So with these as a major topic, like topics, learning, insights, and connections, we got a new suite set here with, there you go. All right, yeah. So we have goals, sales, as engage, all the three. Out of them, goals and sales are a different monetary benefit where I will show you how it works in the backend and how it's pricey, the price also. But the engage and all, like insights, learning, they're all free of cost. You don't pay anything for any of them. So again, I was saying, VIVA is nothing. It's not like a software or a third-party tool you're going to use. It's part of the already ecosystem of Microsoft. You're just going to enable it on your Microsoft Teams. It's more of a Teams build apps, but you can also use it on your browser's level. All right, so as I was talking about the ecosystem, it has a list of it. I'm going to show you real time, so I'm going to skip the slides here. People spend about an hour searching for, so here it comes topics. So why Microsoft Topics or Project Cortex was launched? So when COVID started, everybody started dumping their data in the cloud because they were thinking they will never go back to the offices. All hard copy forms were converted using Syntex or any AI processing tool. They were transferring the data to SharePoint, Dataverse, or even SQL. But the true process was all going in, and the cloud was getting heavier, right? And so now, for example, if I have to search for an HR document, how do you usually go and search? You might have a hyperlink somewhere, or you might go to some search body of your intranet site, right? But if you go right now, you will have minimum 1,000 research result because it might be coming from various sources of Office. But that's why Topics became a more narrowed search engine, and it helped people to start navigating towards the right focus. And that was how Microsoft VIVA Topics came. So it's more of indexing all your content, all your important places, all your important things right on one page instead of you getting multiple search indexes which are relevant, irrelevant. This will provide more relevancy to your search results. Any questions, anyone? No? All right, so let me show you how it works. So quite simple. Let me share my screen once. All right, so here we are. So this is more of a in-tune learning process of how and what you can configure So if you see the Viva admin center, so right now when you go to your tenant admin center, if you have admin rights, if not, do play around with the developer license. It's there for 90 days and then it just keeps on getting extended, never gets expired. Earlier there was nothing called as Viva Suite before, but now we have one. Maybe after the Ignite event, it just come in, and if you click on it, and I'll show you where it is. So if you have to come here under the settings, this setup, when you click the setup, you will come to featured collections, and you click on Microsoft Viva. All right, I'm on the internet, so yeah, all right. So if you see, come here, you will see the whole Viva suite, all the basic suites you have available on your tenant, as well as you can manage licenses and roles. So Viva has become a developer role right now. Like if you are a Viva developer, like we have got Power Apps developer, we have Viva developers, and you have Office 365 developers and Teams app developer. All the Viva has become a role right now in your organization. If you are I would say 1,000 plus, you really need a Viva administrator because it's too wide, it's too much. Even for a project Cortex or Topic Center, it's quite vanished. Like the search results are so valid, and you won't trust the AI like 100%. There will be limitations where a manual effort is required. That's where the Viva Explorer roles come in the picture. So if I come here, I have Viva Topics. If you see, if I'm clicking on it, it will generate you a site. Something like a SharePoint site, which will be your topic center, something like this, your topic center addresses. I've already configured it, so it generates this. Once I click on it, it brings me to a topic center. Now, topic center is nothing but your administrative center where all your search things are saved. So right now what happened is, like, let's talk about Bing or Google search, right? They all index data from all over the internet, right? And they bring you tagged, like kind of small cards, right? And as a search result, when you click those cards, you reach out to the page or the goal you want to go. Similar approach is here. So there's something called as topic card and topic pages. So what happened here is, when in an organization, in a tenant, you enable Viva Topics, there are 3 things they'll ask you. So once you're once you have a license enabled for Viva Topics, they'll ask you, do you want AI to go and crawl all your data and index it properly? Or do you want to manage it on your own? Or let AI do it, but you are the one who is going to approve or deny what AI has done is okay or not. So usually we always recommend the third option. Let AI crawl all your index, but it will bring it to your approval section. You have an option to approve it or decline it, and that will be a part of a global policy of the search engine. So how it works here is, like, if you click on Manage Topics, I don't think I'll have, okay, I have one here. So there will be some things like this created for you, and you'll have an option here, review, edit, or republish. So what happens is, when you allow AI to crawl on your tenant, it will go and pick all the keywords. Right now I have Boston Healthcare. All the keywords your organization, your people are talking about, it will start bringing all the keywords here together. The keywords here will be having a backend as a Power page, or I would say the Viva pages. All right, so when I click on it, right, I'll click on the Boston Healthcare slides for you. So this is what it generates. This is called topic card. It's like a preview, and once you click on it, it will bring you to the topic. So this is the Viva Topics page. Now, if you are familiar with SharePoint, it's more of a SharePoint page, but it's more as a backend of how AI is bringing. So there are 2 ways of bringing content. Okay, so this is how it looks. If you see Boston Healthcare, I'm gonna edit this page. All right. So what AI does it picked Boston Healthcare. So all the documents related, all the context related, all the various sources dedicated, whether it's Teams. If I would have uploaded a file of Boston Healthcare on my Teams, on my SharePoint, on my OneDrive, Viva AI will go bring all the file and put it in the page and pin it there. So what will happen here? Like when I'm searching for a Boston Healthcare file, I will come to this topic card, I'll click on it, I'll get this topic page. I will get all information from one screen rather than multiple screens. So that's the benefit of Viva Topics. It's narrow-gating. And AI, how it works is like more of the keywords while you're clicking, people are talking about it. That's why it's going to pick it up. But what if there's a new project you're launching? you're launching project XXX for project SpaceX, right? For example, something you're launching, and you're gonna start it up, but AI won't know what you're starting, right? So what you can do is you also have an option to come here and create your own topic card or topic page. So if I come here on the manage topics here, so you can create manually. So that's what I was saying. The role of a Viva Explorer will be he or she can come in here and create new topics for the organization. Once you do that, AI is gonna pick that name and again do the same process. Gonna bring in all the people who are working with it, gonna bring in all the files and pages which are related to that topic, and also gonna bring in all the SharePoint sites. So you are getting sites, documents, anything people are talking about, anything people they're sharing, their names will be all populated here. And it will show you where these topics are coming from. It will show you a whole relationship database. If you see, if I put something here, like for example, let's put here, I am putting in, sorry. So I'm gonna put in Microsoft Reactor, right? We are all here. And you can have multiple names, like people might not be searching with the whole reactor. They can even have shorter names or spell mistake. Yeah, like you can have multiples abbreviations because when someone is searching, it should all go to that respective page. Give a short description here. I'm just gonna copy this same thing here. And here you can display the type or topic you're searching data from. Is it project? Is it team? Is it company? So it's already giving you a frequently used one. You can also create your own, but I'll put something like user group. Right, and available types, I click on enter, and this is how it starts describing. Now I can put in more people, like, okay, Alexia is working, Ben is working, you guys are part of it. You guys can be a part of the pin file, or when you come to the documents, or when you come to the SharePoint site. So this is how, so now when I'll go in the search, or like I'm searching here, or I can go to portal.office.com. Let's go here. All right, I'm here. And when I'm clicking on, let's search for Boston Healthcare. All right, so see, this is how it comes in. It tells you it's coming from VIVA Topics. It shows me a small card. And when I click on it, I will reach out to the topic page. This is all VIVA Topics. Any questions, anyone? Anything you think is gonna help you in your organizations anyway? Yeah.
If you want something to be private to improve.
Yeah, perfect. So this people or this documents will be part, like the AI will grow. It will go and bring 100 documents, right? If you don't have access to that one document, you will not be able to see it. So people who have access, wherever they have access, will be only able to see it. But all the files are going to be pulled up and put it in a VIVA Topics page. So your privacy is completely maintained. So even if it's a global file, the file should not be visible to anyone. Those are all hidden the way their permission is set in the backend. Yeah. So that's how AI is going to work in. So that's why VIVA Topics became so powerful. They renamed from Project Cortex to VIVA because people liking it. They have their own object body. Like I'm launching a new product. I have all the things here for my organization. And sooner what's going to happen is, like, for example, I'm sending an email and I use Boston Healthcare as a text on my email. That email will become a hyperlink automatically. It will tell you this word has been used as a VIVA topic. Do you want to search it? So, and I send you that email, you will have that text of me written as a hyperlink. As well as on the Teams, as well as on the SharePoint, that word, wherever will be used, will become a hyperlink directly related to your topic AI. So it's in a way giving a direction. Okay, here is the topic. All the information of Boston Healthcare is right here. So that's how it's getting, the search is getting improved, I would say. Yeah.
What if you have nested topics?
Yeah.
And then what if you have, like, how is it able to tell which, you have the same keyword, but it's under different, like nest, for example?
Absolutely. So for example, when I come in here, let me show it to you. Okay, I just created Reactor here. So on the Reactor page here, this will show you all the nested parts where it came from when the AI searches. You yourself can also add on some of them topics, like this is related to healthcare, and then Boston is a city, and then it's a hospital. It keeps on increasing. All the data will be formulated. So when an AI brings in, it shows a whole map where the data is being related to, and you can pull them up. And that's also clickable. You can click on it, and you will get those topics as well highlighted. All right, so simple. VIVA Topics is nothing but a powerful search engine of keywords, helping you to bookmark your solutions in a more better way, I would say. All right. So now my second favorite, I would say, is VIVA Learning. My first is VIVA Insight. Now, how VIVA Learning is part of a platform. We are all traveling, bless you. We all are part of LinkedIn. Are you guys on LinkedIn Learning? Have anybody done any course there? LinkedIn Learning. So it has 10,000 plus courses. If you have LinkedIn Premium, you have more premium content. If you have a basic LinkedIn, this is a part. But in organization, what happened is we have different third-party tools, Pluralsight, Coursera, and people are using, like for me, my companies in healthcare, they have their own content management, they have their own learning platform, they have their own restricted places. So how do you give it to the people, right? For Pluralsight, you assign licenses, right, to people, or Coursera in your organization, and people do the learning, they do the certification, right? You don't have to do it anymore. It's very irrelated. So, for example, if you want them to have licenses to Pluralsight, you can just integrate VIVA Learning to those different course providers. If you don't have any, totally fine. You still have access to LinkedIn. But if you have those different third-party products, you can just integrate that to your VIVA Learning. Very simple steps. You just have to enable SSO integration. I'll show you that. And there you are. You will be connected to a different source on VIVA Learning. Now, the benefits here is you can access the learning on your Teams. So I don't need to be on a laptop or a system to do these searches or operations, because most of our organizations don't allow third-party learning platforms to be part of your domain or certain like thing. So on the VIVA Learning, you can come to your Teams, kick off or start your course and start working on a certification or learning right while you're traveling, while you're playing, while even you're on your meeting. The whole system opens up here. And not only you'll get your learning, all LinkedIn Learning courses, which are 15,000 plus, is free, but also you will be able to get your own third-party solution providers. And then you can assign the same learning to your team. Your organization can assign that learning to the whole group or to organization between different deals. So it's really good for every learning models to start using VIVA Learning. Again, free of cost, doesn't count your dime, but you can play around with it and be a part of the learning. Right. And see, if you see, while you're on a call, you're on a meeting, you can also pause your learning, you can go back to your team chat, you can come back. So it's a whole UI interface. You don't have to leave Teams to do your learning or do your assign. I think most of our companies, we have this kind of policies right now. Alexia was showing us, right, how to behave in an organization yearly. You can have them configured. People will get notified on the chat, on the team. Hey, there's a learning for you. There's an end date for you. A bot will send you an email. And you just come in here, complete your learning, and that's it. You're done. Right, so if you see that, that's how the VIVA Learning they brought in. And I'll show you the backend. Let's see the backend. Similar way, we have to go to the setup center here. Let me go back. On the VIVA suite, and I click on VIVA Learning. All right, so here you have options where you can manage the learning from content sources. They already pre-default one Pluralsight and all those stuffs, but you can also add your own content providers. Like for example, you have these many providers. Very simple. You just have to link their SSO, and that's it. Right now, by default, you'll get LinkedIn Learning, Microsoft Learn, and Microsoft 365 training for free. So if you can tell your company, okay, show them these. Like my whole objective of this call today is, like this meeting today, show these things to your organization if you guys are not using it. What happen is leadership doesn't know, right? They don't come to conferences like this, or they are not aware of a lot of things. When you show them, they're like, oh my God, because when we have done the same kind of a demo to our client, they have gone crazy. They were like, we were not aware something exists like this. Like, bring your learning to your topics, to your teams, and everybody's on Teams right now. They can do all your learning from here. Including SAP SuccessFactors, Skillsoft, SharePoint, just integrate all your learning platform right on the VIVA Learning platform. Yeah. Any questions, everyone? On the chat, people, like, let us know if you have any questions. I am seeing the stream here, and I'll be able to reply them. Lovely. All right. So now coming to my deck here. Now, this is my favorite one, VIVA Insight. All right. So what happened with Insight is, like, we have our own reporting system, right? What we are using reporting for? Data. Power BI reporting for organization data, Power BI reporting for this and that. But there's no data analytics of how you are doing in your organization or how you're a part of it. Have you guys noticed every morning, 8 o'clock around, you get an email from something? I think it's all defined with their own organization. So for some people, it's VIVA Insights. Some people will be Outlook.com stating these are your tasks for the day. Are you guys getting that? Like, these are your tasks, or this is where you left your meeting yesterday. That is all coming from VIVA Insights. So if, as I said, you might not be aware, but you're all using VIVA Insights. So this is what it's come. It gives you a summary of what you did. For example, if I had a chat on a Teams with one of my colleague, and I told, okay, let's meet up tomorrow, and I forgot to put up a call or a meeting on a calendar, Insights will remind you in the morning, hey, this was what you were asking for. Do you want me to schedule a call? It will give you a perfect time slot when you both are available, and you just click on a button, and that's it, you're done. That's where VIVA Insight is bringing some of the important functionalities. Like, that is one. Then there are focus time where you can block your calendar, and other people will not be able to book your calendar during those hours. There's something called as quiet hours, where you won't get any ping notification or call from people while you're working. I think these are few very helpful. Like, many of your organizations are doing no meeting Tuesdays, no meeting Wednesdays, because people are so much into calls. For even to talk, they just schedule a call, which means your 30 minutes are gone while you're talking. And some people really have a good way of taking those 30 minutes. And so what happened is, like, as I said, you are going to work after the hours, not in the hours of office hours. That's why these things like focus plan, you have your way of blocking the calendar, you have it to make it quiet and nobody's pinging you during that time. That's really helpful. And with this some headspace learning, I would say there are some break time. If you guys have like smart watches, it tells you, okay, time to stand, time to take a break. So now it is Headspace, like a 1 minute meditation thing, or 2 minutes relaxation thing. Even while you're getting up at 5 p.m., you get a notification of a VIVA Insight. All right, let's wrap your day. And it summarizes your day. Okay, this is what you did. These are your pending tasks, and you have to follow up tomorrow. And if you click on them, they can bring them a task in your planner. It gets notifications, you get reminders. Lot of stuff right on your VIVA Insight. And I'll show you the real time how it works here. For the organization level, it tells what is happening for the employee. They can see how much time you're spending on calls, meetings, how much time are you logging in. It gives a burnout effort. Again, there are no names there. Your managers or your leadership cannot see who is having fun and who is not having fun. It's more of a generic report, but for them it's very important to know what's happening, right? You guys are not in office. We people are not want to be in office. So this is how it shows how people are working, how they're interacting. Are they really stressed out? Okay, and maybe if they see a lot, they might give us better bonuses, right? So this is how it comes. The leadership, the capacity of employees working together, or the engagements together are all coming on the back end. So it's like from my team, as me as a manager, and also on an organization level, it comes in. See, how help your team unplug from work. It tells the manager, okay, this guy is burning a lot. He's been online for like 14 hours. Maybe you're watching a YouTube video, that's totally fine, but these things help those people to get to know how burned are you or how much are you working. Very important. Again, this is free of cost. the VIVA Insights. You don't have to pay anything for that. Easy to integrate. Just enable it to your team center, and it will come back as an app to VIVA Insight. Even you can go and play around. If most of the organizations have already enabled it, if you have not seen it, just go in, add those insights, and you will be able to see how it's happening, what is happening on the team level, on the project level, on the organization level, all. So there are a lot of different reports, different resources all coming up here. All right, let me show you the backend here. So I'll just open up a team. All right, learn this fun. I have 2 teams in my system. Yeah, workers school. I don't know if you guys are aware, if you have your personal Hotmail or Outlook ID, you also have your personal teams you can play around with. I was going to go to VIVA Learning. Here you go. Sorry. Okay, VIVA Learning is, I showed you how it works. This is how the UI is on the teams. All your learning, all your first courses, you can bookmark courses, you can assign people. There's also an administration role for VIVA people who can manage the feature set of all the learnings which needs to be completed by every employee. They can have different configuration from learning, from LinkedIn Learning or training, stuff like that. You can even manage permissions, add on more content administrators as part of the tenant. See, so this is how VIVA Learning comes as a whole fixation, I would say, with all learning things here. But what I was talking about is insights. Let's go back to the insights here. All right. So first of all, this is something like, how are you feeling about the day? It's really good. Like, are you frustrated? Are you not happy? Are you not sad? Again, if you put like very bad, it doesn't mean your manager gets a notification or something like that. No, it's just for an organization level, they will see, okay, these many people are not happy. There might be some reason. They can have a town hall, they can discuss the same on that. But at least it will tell you what's happening on your tenant level for the leadership level. Second important part right now for everyone is, and I always tell about when I talk about insight, is appreciate people around you. If you are a team lead or if you are a manager, before it was very easy. When you're working with them in person, you will say, oh, good job, you did really well today. It's really good. That person will be really happy for another week or 2 weeks because that was how we were before. But now when we are in offline mode and we are not meeting those people, we are just getting our things done, moving off. We have families in the back end. In the background, I would say, in the same houses. So it's very hard. We're not doing that. So with Teams here, it's very easy. You just click on some buttons here, send praise, put the name of the person whom you want to send an praise to. You can put it as a background image, click on send. You can post that as a Teams message, post that as a chat message, private message. It's good. You don't pay anything for that, right? But when you assign these kind of appreciation, it really works for people who are doing even a small, tiny, good job, right? Next is stay connected. I was talking about protecting the time, okay? So here is how you can book your focus time or book your quiet time. Your calendar will suggest you the time. You can do it on a weekly level, everyday level, monthly level. Those slots will be booked for you, and nobody will be able to block your calendar or do anything. So many people I've seen, they have been doing booking their lunch breaks, booking their gym time. They're doing their own work that time or reviewing some documents or stuff. So these things help you to do your daily engagement program. And again, you don't have to go to your Outlook or go to your Teams and block them. You can do those things directly, focus time or protect time directly on the VIVA Insights. All right, without going out of your Teams. All right, and this is something which is new now, virtual commute. So whenever you log off at 5 p.m., it will send you, are you ready to wrap it up your day today? And this is how it comes in. It tells you all your tasks, what are pending tasks, all picked by AI through your Outlook, through your emails. And when down, it will tell you, okay, I just take a break, take some scan, 3 minutes, 2 minutes scan or something. It's also gonna come sooner than your travel, your home, how far is your home, the traffic, how is the traffic, what time are you taking your train from there. So those are going to come on as an add-on slowly and steadily, but still, it's nice to have it, right? And for me, my most important task, it will show me all the tasks, and I'll just have to, it will be like an optional. Do you want this to be added to your task? You click on this button, yes, and it gets added to your task list, and you get reminders and all the next morning again, which is cool. All right, so this is, where do I go? All right, here I go. And if you're all done, enjoy the rest of the day, and that's your message which you get in the end. Well, let me go back to VIVA Insights. I'll show you one more thing here. So other than you doing meditations and stuff, it also have an inspiration library. I would say, almost watched all of them here. Really good. Put it on a screen, just 9 minutes, 10 minutes video. Really good ones. It motivates you what you're doing. If you're too much into learning something and need a quite a break or something from your call, just put up some of the well-being videos, really curated for a current environment. It will push you and help you out. Again, these are all free teamwork habits. You can set up some meetings with your team, like as I was talking about, no meetings time, one-to-one calendar block here. Very simple. Just click on those and you'll be able to configure them. All right, so that was VIVA Insight. Again, as I said, the rank one favorite among the VIVA suite. Now let's go back to VIVA Connection. So how many of you guys are using intranet as a home site? Are you guys using intranet in your company and organizations? Because many people don't like to be exposed, so they have their own intranet home site. So there's one internet home site for the public. There's one intranet home site for the people who are working inside. So those websites are internal links to SharePoint or everything, internal links to all data sources, all databases. Like if you want to log into my company, you cannot do that because you're not part of it. But if you want to go to my public domain, yes, you can see what the content is. So VIVA Connection is nothing but quite a modified way of bringing your intranet to VIVA Connections as a cloud platform. Super beautiful homepage, super beautiful home site. Again, all built on SharePoint. The UI this is how it looks. These dashboards, these clickable tiles are all configurable files. You just have to write a couple of lines of code. Super simple. They're already syntax or adaptive cards. You just have to paste them. And this is all, this UI gets created all on Teams. So for example, if you have an intranet site and you have to open the hard link URL, which we used to do like 3 months before for my clients, now we have brought them to VIVA Connection. So now your home site is in the Teams. So you don't have to leave or go and open an intranet site or something. You can just, with a couple of configuration, you can just bring your intranet site to your home site as part of the Teams app. So if you see, it's all mobile friendly. This is how it looks on the Teams here on the right side. That's how it looks on the Teams app on your laptop. Different ways, different activities. You have your company feed there. You have your own private dashboard where you can do multiple operations. You have your own where we can have an insight, different part of learnings, configurations, all. And again, as I said, it's work on your phone. It will work on your Teams app, right on your phone, organization phone or your private phone if you're logged in with. And gives you, like you're blocking a calendar, you're blocking your shift, you're clocking in your shift, everything on your phone. You don't need to be outside a different environment or in a network where you have to log into your Cisco VPNs and then access the SharePoint side of internet portal. This will be part of your own internet system. How it works here is, let me show you the Teams here again. So this is my Teams, and I'll go to VIVA Connection, and you can rename it to anyone. I have put VIVA Connections for now for a demo for us, but you can rename to your home site or home app for your company. And for me, this I'm on a tech platform domain, so this is how the home site looks like. It's beautiful, right? And even the same thing, if I have to see it on the website, this is how it looks on the website. So a website can be part of an app in your team. So it's that quick and easy. You don't have to develop a whole app of how your website is going to look on the Teams. You can just use VIVA Connection and integrate your Teams app as part of the VIVA Connection staff here. Any questions, anyone? No. So do show this to a client. Maybe you can launch it. Hey, I built a private app for our organization. Bring your intranet inside. It's really helpful. People will love you for that because they don't have to open a browser or they don't have to be on a laptop. They can access the home site right on their Teams, even if they're traveling or on a vacation. All right, let me go back to my deck here. All right, so now it's coming the Viva goals. So this was launched last year, quite powerful, based on OKRs like objective knowledge, and it is really inbuilt of a high build of a planner. Have you guys used Planner? Microsoft Planner. It's quite simple. You have tasks, you have activities, and you just assign it to your team and group. But this is for higher projects where there are 200 plus people, different organizations involved, third-party organizations, or I would say even say different teams from testing, development, production. So that's where the goals come in picture. It's very high end of how the projects are divided with multiple tasks. So Planner, what it does is it has one heading. The Planner, you don't have subdivision of subtasks. You can put in a subcategories, but you won't be able to manage them. Here, on the objective, you'll be able to manage subtasks or subcategories, and they will have their own status, they'll have their own owner, leadership, the whole team. So everything will be directly relation. So if there's a launch of a SpaceX rocket, they can all manage from here. They can have their own checklist, and once everybody does their job, the whole status of the whole project are defined by different OKRs. That's why the Viva goals become. And it's also you can add tasks from Planner, Asana, Jira, Smartsheets, when most of our organization are using. You can have it directly in sync between Jira and many of our people are using Jira for all their tasks and activity. This is more related to again Teams. So Viva is nothing but, as I said, it's a wrapper in the Teams with beautiful apps for people to use by Microsoft. So when you bring in Jira, Planner, activities also part of your Viva goals, your project is defined. So the project status of everything will be defined on the OKRs. I would say the subtasks or activities you're performing on the activity. Sorry. And in the end, it will provide you proper key updates. If you see here, so what will happen is like when you're having a goal, you can set up calls from there, you can set up meetings. The summary of that meetings will be a part of your goals. It will send you all the important graphical representation of people who are working on it, what is on track, what is behind. Clear vision when a big project is working. It's a costly project. I think it's around $18 per user, something like that. I think it's a costly product, but the way it's being used is quite well defined. And OKRs are not like new thing. It's been used by all companies throughout the world, and it's been like 300-400 years ago. More of objectives, what you're gonna fulfill, and then you reach the goal is what is all about, the goals. So this is a new product, and this like dashboard, you can share it on your goals, on the teams, share it on your Outlook, just copy, and then the whole dashboard gets leaked with all people, all your hierarchy. So for example, I'm doing like a Scrum call and I want to show the status. I don't have to go and ask everyone. I can see the whole objective of the Scrum call here on one single dashboard. That's how the goal is powerful. And again, that is engaged. So goal is being related to, let me show that to you. Sorry, I just...
For outliers, such as new hire or something like an internet outage that might something that was accepted in a certain manner.
Yeah. So like, I think for the start of the project, or you're saying when a...
Well, let's say you have goals and then you're meeting it, but then there's something goes beyond your control, such as an internet outage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So those are all summarized here. Like you can using Flow, you can also integrate Microsoft Flow and here. So when there's an alert or emergency, you can trigger those. So right now, what happened is for our organization, tell you a story. When there's an emergency outage, there are level of escalations which happen, right? So you start getting a call and notification on the Teams as an engineer, and then if you don't pick up the call or a message, it goes to the next level, it goes to the third level. So you keep getting call until somebody picks up the call or the message. So there are some of the kind of those features which you can bring in for these kind of shutdowns, and every organization is using it on different levels, but there are a lot of effective ways to do that. Yeah. Sorry, I got some cold somewhere. All right, so let's go back to the. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you goals here. So the goals is somewhat related here. Let me open up. So that's the UI on Teams, the goal open. It's also on a web friendly ready. Oh, here you are. So first thing first, how it works, and you can have your teams or different users here. Like they can be development team, testing team. There's also a quick start guide here. One second. All right, so you can have an objective like launching a SpaceX rocket. You can add in member, and you can even give your goals training. Again, it's part of the LinkedIn Learning program. If you want to learn, it's super simple. I think 25 minutes, the whole VIVA Goal Learning courses. And you can also integrate it. So this is where integration comes in piece. You have it shows planner and online, but you can integrate a lot of stuff more using Power Automate or Flow, and you can bring in data connections here. So how it works here is on the OKR. So I have created one OKR here, like the tech platform. You can add an objective. So adding an objective, you can assign, delegate. Sorry, I clicked something. Yeah. So you can assign a task, you can assign or delegate also, like when somebody else is going to work on them, you can have objective. You have built-in check-in module where everybody has to come every day and check in the status, or on a weekly level, monthly level object, or quarterly level. And it really defines the way the progress is. That's where it comes in, right? So there are 3 tasks: launching a rocket, preparing the rocket, and after the rocket comes in back, right? So every task will meet the whole objective one after the other. So it's that way defined, and the OKRs are aligned in that cases. So once you do that, your dashboard, let me open it up. All right, so the dashboard here, so it will tell you the key updates, what's happening, different duration, different projects. These are for me, but when I come here as the objective here, I think so. These are all objectives. So if I adopt here, 1 second. Project Reactor. And I click on save. I don't have to do much. So as Project Reactor, if you see here, it creates the whole aeration. It shows me the check-in, the comments. I can share that with other team members, other people with a personal note. I can have a different direction. I can clone them, edit that, postpone the whole thing. Okay, this is not going to happen today, maybe tomorrow. So these objectives are well defined with bigger teams. So that's why I say, when you are 100 or 200 people doing a good alignment, which Planner doesn't do it. Planner is very good with a small 10 people, 12 people member team, because the tasks are quite defined to one objective. But these are sub-objectives will defines the whole head objective is where you require goals. And more defined way of, I would say, handling or the task activity and stuff. And if you have noticed in SharePoint, the task and all, they already removed it. If you can't create a new task list. There are ways of creating a SharePoint list and then make it as a task list. But I think while they're bringing this product, they're removing all task feature. I think Planner, To-Do is more of a personal. Planner is where a smaller team comes in picture. But when you're planning for a goal objective, the projects is what it comes in the whole. Any questions, anyone?
So this team you're telling is for people when you have 200 members.
Yeah. I never say people, if you have 15, 20 people, don't buy a license of $20. It's a waste of money. Yeah.
Then isn't this going away from doing the decentralized planning and goal setting to pinpointing and going granular level?
Yeah.
Top management guys. Do you think those guys will be interested in the nitty-gritties of the ground?
Yeah, so this will be part of the BA role who will be assigned to the project. Like the BAs are the one who assign job tasks, the summary calls which happen in the status call in the mornings and all. Like nowadays, people are using Jira. Jira became famous because of that, because it was providing a quite a analytic report. And then Microsoft, of course, they saw that Jira is being. That's why they have an import. You can just bring your Jira task here or from there to here. I think when to summarize in projects, these are really good for 6 months projects, 9-month projects. A lot of goals, a lot of checklists to complete. I think that time really works well. That time planner fails, and then people eventually come on an Excel sheet and they how how PA works, right? Yeah. All right. Second last is Office VIVA Engage. VIVA Engage is nothing but Yammer. So Yammer was, I don't know, I was never a fan of it. You have to open yammer.com, sign in with your Active Directory, your inside, and then you do what you do. Now, Engage being part of your organization in your teams, it's really helpful for me. Now, I have to do any posting on Yammer or something, I can just open a Teams app and Engage and put my comments and something like that. I don't have to be on a laptop or a computer to do that shit. That's why I think Yammer was dying. People were saying, okay, Yammer is going to go away, but it didn't. So Engage came in picture, and engagement is more of the reporting in the back end, how much conversation you're doing, how many people are working on that, how many people are reacting. It gives you a whole dashboard. Plus, you can post Instagram stories, similar kind of a here. You can have your stories, you can have pictures, screenshot, people liking, commenting, all those stuffs on the Viva Engage platform. So again, it's a nice new wrapper of how you can put storylines here in your organization, how you can follow people, comment on chats. Similar way, a modern social era, which Yammer was losing. I think everything is right now here. Try it. It's really helpful. You will love it. How beautiful it is. All right, so nothing much of Viva. I think I have the Viva Engage here. 1 second, let me see it. Yeah, again, this is also free. Viva Learning, Insights, Engage, they're all free, of course. Yeah, you can ask a discussion, a question, a phrase, a poll, or right now on your Teams. Again, you don't have to be on the web, which I used to hate it, but this is really good right now on my Teams. Right now, my last one, the newly launched Viva Sales, is really amazing. All right, so have you guys worked on CRM? If not, CRM is more of a sales management platform, which every company pays millions of dollars to have that, because it's very powerful. So this is something like CRM model, which Viva Sales bring in your picture. So what happened here is, I'll give you a direct conversation, right? I'm a buyer and you guys are a seller. So you're selling a laptop to me, right? So what happened is you call me, okay, I have 10 laptops and of Dell, I'm going to sell them on this and this thing. Do you want to buy it from me? You send me one email. Then there's another person who sent me an email with similar laptop, similar configuration, right? So when you guys are chatting with me, what happens? These are all emails. We don't share our phone numbers. What happened to our emails? They keep on logging at one place, right? And they keep on accumulating. So what will happen is when that salesperson or that guy who is trying to sell me contacts me, what will Viva Sale will do is Viva Sale will mark that person. You will have an option to mark that person. This guy is from Dell. This guy is from HP. This is their code. This is her code. These are the emails you have talked to each other. And this is a summary of all your emails. These are the chats you have had together. These are the meetings you had together. These are the summary of all the calls. That's how Viva Sales will work as an AI-driven CRM model, where a guy who is a buyer will not have to do anything. So if I, in future, next year, I want to, okay, Dell had quoted me some laptop. Let me see what the price is. I will not open my emails and look for that name or search for that person. I'll come back to my sales, type in my Dell. I'll have all the relationship of where, what guy, what he does, where his contacts are. Has he even, okay, now second part is, has he even reached out to any of my salespeople before? Will also come in here. So it will tell you, okay, these are other people in my organization which have talked to him or which are talking to him. It will also tell them. So you can chat your other colleague, hey, did you work with this guy? Is he a real Dell guy? Is he okay to be trusted on? You can have your internal chats with them. That's how the Viva Sales will come in picture. Again, powerfully driven by AI. Most of the job for all sales guys will be done using AI. it will pick up the email ID, it will pick up the phone number of that person, whoever reached out to you. It is also related to the Salesforce connected. It will have all both in sync, so you don't have to worry. Your emails, your activities, your tasks, even if it schedule your meeting, it will record the meeting also. So while it's recording the meeting, it will tell you, okay, the first 5 minutes you were just doing greetings. Second, these are the important minutes. It will price down. This is where you were talking about pricing. This is how you close the meeting. So it will be that defined. So if I have to go back to the call and listen to the perfect thing, okay, what was the price? I'll just come in here and play that part of it. That's it. This was the we were talking about the pricing. I don't have to listen to the whole meeting invite.
Are people actually embracing this technology?
It just launched in. It will. I would love it if it's part of our current meetings where I don't have to have a summary. But again, VIVA Insights is gonna do that. So VIVA Insights are gonna record our meetings, prepare a summary and like an MOM, meeting of minutes, and tell you if it's all okay. You can publish it, and everybody will be able to see on the Teams. So that should be coming any moment, maybe from today or tomorrow. This is something nice where it records all your meeting, your transaction, and saves it for you. For later people or sales people who come back to a different organization, they will have a leadership of meeting of all people, different vendors, different enterprises, all part of the MO.
Can we have a transcript of the meeting?
Sorry?
Can we have a transcript of the meeting?
Autonomous? I didn't get.
Transcript.
Oh yeah. Transcript is already here right now. Our current teams already have transcript. You just have to enable it. It saves all the transcript, and this will also have it like completely end to end. Yeah.
Transcript has become very, very common.
Here's what I found.
Phone is a transcript policy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can integrate that with Dynamics 365 plus Salesforce so that your content, which I already have been using, will be in sync. Viva will the sales will pick up its own AI engine once you integrate, start indexing everything properly, all the contacts, all the information, all the enterprise in one go. And as we are all related, so as I said, so you will get an email, okay, hi, this and this, I want to sell my 10 Dell laptops to you. You will have option like this. There will be a Viva sales icon. I'll show it to you. I think I have it configured. And you will just mark that as a customer. His first name and all get recorded. You can mark them as this is a guy from Dell or HP, and hence on AI picks up all documents, all relational databases, and bring all in one together. See, as I was talking about, it's gonna record, take your call, record all. Okay, this is a Viva sales. The notes will be noted. The transcripts will be recorded by default by the whole team. And once it's done, it will tell you, okay, what are the different things you discuss about the proposal and stuff. And you can mark them as completed. Okay, this is done, all the proposals have been completed. So in a way, you have your own summary of all the tasks. I'll go back once more. So you have your own summary of all your tasks, your quotations, all your files, whether this person qualifies for selling, everything comes as one package. Again, you are not leaving Viva Sales. You will be part of the teams right there. So even on the Outlook, right? Let me see if I can open the Outlook here. 1 second. All right, let me open an email. All right, so yeah, this is a Viva sale. I think it's disabled, right? So this is how the Viva sale will be part of your Outlook, your Teams, your SharePoint, and it will be just enabled once you have the license. You click on it and you can do your operations right now on your Outlook. So that's how it's going to work. But again, the license is costly, but again, I think Viva sales is still much better to be used for any company who do sales or marketing. It helps them to have all the records in place, the historical, the in future. Gives a good blind width, I would say, for the people here. All right, everyone. So that was Viva Suite. Maybe tomorrow they launch another one of the products. You never know. But Viva Suite is like connections, topics, insights. And I was talking about the pricing. Let me go back. It's $9 a month for the whole VIVA suite. It will come with connections, engage, learning, insights, topic, and goals. So with $9 per user per month, you can get topics and goals. But connections, engage, learning, and insights, all my favorite four, which I've already put here, they are free of cost. So if you are planning to show it to your company, your leadership, you can share my deck with them. Show them these four are free, how they work. First, you guys should go explore VIVA Learning, Insights, Connection, and Engage all on your Teams app. Just log in with your organization credentials and log in there and see how it is working there. Once you're happy, show that to your leadership. They will really love it. Couple of things. Connections, they will love it because you're bringing a home internet site directly as an app on your Teams. And with Learning and Insight, you're giving them more upper hand as a productivity well-being. Any questions, anyone? No? So do you think VIVA is good? How do you rate 1 to 10? Any number? Like as part of your organization engagement, do you think is worthy? 1 being least, 10 being a 10. How much would you rank it? 7, 8, 9, 8? All right. How about you guys? Do you think it's important for your organization? Would you use something of this? You being a cybersecurity, you should tell whether it's secure or not.
Yeah, well, some apprehensions in terms of the data, like the people having access to the data. Like,
Yeah.
For example, the leadership team.
Yeah.
Maybe people use it in a bad way.
Yeah.
But in terms of collaboration, I like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, have some.
Yeah, but that's why for topics I'll understand because again it's crawling the index and data, and then it's a whole different topic section we can discuss how the security works. But for the learning, I think it's all your integrated learning platform which you're bringing to Teams or connections where you're bringing your internet app. It's good to bring in those apps to your system because what Microsoft right now wants it like every morning when you log in, you don't go open anything, you just open your Teams, you get your welcome internet site, you get your calendar, you get your Outlook from there, everything on Teams. So that's what they're targeting. Like a person should not come into a SharePoint opening and then come search for links or hyperlinks. They should start the day with Teams. I think that's how the objective started when they bring in Teams, and it's going well, I would say. Sure.
Using it personally.
Sorry, me? Yeah. We have been introducing to all our clients, from government to healthcare and to life sciences, to manufacturing. Everyone is loving it. So again, topics is still quite native for government. They don't want AI to go and crawl index and the documents and stuff like that. So again, there's a manual way to do it. You can tell AI not to do it. You just create your own manually topics. It's a little time taking, but people are still doing it. But for VIVA Connection inside learning, everyone is just using it because it's free. And it helps you to identify and make an app model system so that people can use it rather than going to the UI classic opening plural site, for example, or Coursera and working there. They can have it all in part of the Active Directory system. So the people are so many people are using it here. VIVA has become quite a powerful object right now. We are even having conferences just for VIVA. Like people are just going there and speaking about VIVA and stuff, how it is working. But it's more like PowerPlatform become a very core of development or input of data. This has become more of analytical data base here.
Can you name a few VIVA users in Canada?
In the job client,
Yes.
I cannot rename anyone, but like I would say, again, if you guys are working here, right? Why don't you go to your Teams and try to just search for VIVA and see whether it's enabled or not? You will have your own picture. So if you go to Teams, just go add an app and search for VIVA, any VIVA. All the VIVA which are enabled in the organization, you will be able to see that in there. Yeah.
So I wonder, like, what do your clients find about the real value? Is it in terms of collaboration?
Yeah. So for insights, they really use the focus time, sending appreciation, quiet hours. Everybody is doing that nowadays. They're booking out their time lunch slots because like people are just booking their calendars any time of the day. And if you're working with different countries, your calendar is even booked in the midnight. It's like that. So people have been using VIVA Insights for those purposes. We have been showing a monthly dashboard to our CEOs of how people are reacting, how many people are getting like burnout ratio and all, how many people are being spending these many hours in meeting, because they are calculating the monetary value. So for example, if you have a resource who is being billed at $100 per hour and you bill him for 8 hours in a meeting, he's not able to work, right? So these are some of the initiatives. That's how companies are taking, okay, let's do no meeting Tuesdays or no meeting Wednesdays. Let people work. I want his expertise to not be spent on a meeting. I want him to work. So these kind of decisions they're taking from leadership. So we generally do it on a town hall. We take these screenshots or the dashboards and we show that to them. This is how you guys are performing. This is how the company is doing. These many employees, these many meetings, the minutes are this much. So like that. So as me and you, we can do a blocking or things and things like that. But for them, it's very important that they're getting money really everywhere involved. But for me, I think the connection is really good. Like I have to look for a hyperlink or I want to see the holiday calendar for this year. What will happen is like I have to go open internet and then open SharePoint and look for the holiday calendar. Here I can just go to my Teams, go to the connection site. I can just search my holiday calendar, open it. Okay, I have holiday next week, like that. So bringing internet is really good. Learning is amazing because LinkedIn Learning, I was really surprised when we brought in SSO of LinkedIn Learning to VIVA Learning. Many people don't have LinkedIn profiles. So they don't do learning. They don't even know what is being LinkedIn Learning, right? Here they can do some learning. Many people have issues. Okay, how the team works, how the whiteboard works. Just simple 3 minutes, 7 minutes video, how a whiteboard works, how this works. And they come in, they see it, and they're enjoying it. I have people who are seeing Power Apps video, and they're using it on their current schedule and platform. So it's very helpful for people. They have been using it a lot. We see in the back end, the user growth is really crazy. So that's why when we go back and we show them these 4 are free, people try to adopt it. And once they start using it, then there's no going back. Like Engage, Yammer was really old, dated, and like people, the leadership were trying to post so many things. Nobody was taking care of it. Now being Engaged, you get notification on the teams. Okay, there's an alert on that group. Somebody has texted on Yammer. Your leadership CEO has posted or CFO has posted. So it really makes more engagement. Okay, now like I don't have to open Yammer to see what my CEO posted. I can just see a notification on my teams and all right, let's see what he did. And I can also go and comment. Right. Before I won't care, okay, I don't know. I'm not going to open Yammer for any reasons. So I think those things are changing. I think the habits, once they start changing, you are on your own teams more, you will love it here. That's it.
From a management perspective, it's very good. But from end user, the last mile,
Yeah.
everything is tracked.
Yeah, of course.
Will be,
Yeah, that's for insight. But for learning and all, I think it's for everyone, right? So they can play home with here.
there are good things, there are things where people will be reluctant to use.
Yeah. Like for example, yeah, I don't know. Like all our companies, all majority, they all provide learning, Coursera and all that. Sorry, they are very costly. They charge you $8 to $15 per user license for learning. If you see all this learning platform like Pluralsight, Coursera, they're really expensive. So people like can get and save like complete money, and if they bring in VIVA Learning, they have LinkedIn Learning as a backend, as a platform. And most of our clients like healthcare, they have their own organization training for their employees and stuff. They just have to put those videos on Microsoft Stream or SharePoint, and that comes as part of the VIVA Learning. So they don't have to make a new web applications to showcase those videos. Okay, I give you a OneDrive with 10 videos. You will feel it boring to do those activities, right? What if you categorize them and VIVA Learning properly, beautifully, and they just do their 10 learnings or 20 learning, like an onboarding thing or a yearly engagement with policies, so like that.
Back into the system.
Which for
Or
no, it differs. There's no backend. There's nothing being saved other than the learning. This is what you're connecting. Like you can connect to SharePoint something, but there's no backend for anything. Yeah, this connection is also for SharePoint, which you're bringing in as an app. You can bring your own home site. You can make multiple connection sites using this, and Engage is like in Yammer. So whatever you do, it goes back to the Yammer in the section. All right, yeah. So the pricing is $9 and. Again, there was some discount going on during Thanksgiving. I have the same screenshot. I don't know what's the price right now. And yeah, that's it from our end. Let me see once on the cloud sections, and I'll come back to you guys. 1 second. All right, I have people here. So thank you everyone for joining us online. I'll see you guys again next one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.